Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've just got back from Argos. Spent £159.99 on the Nokia 5.4, a budget smartphone from Nokia. Quite intrigued. Let's take a look at it.
Okay guys, here we go. Closer look at some of the specs there. They have a quad camera setup there, the 48 megapixel, 2 megapixel depth sensor, 5 megapixel ultra wide and a 2 megapixel macro and a 16 megapixel front camera. Now 6.39 inch HD plus display powered by the Snapdragon 662 and adds 4000 mAh battery as well. And Android 11 ready, the Nokia 5.4. Tapes off. Okay Google, so pop the phone out to one side, SIM tray ejector tool, and in here, a manual underneath there, charging block, and Type-C charging cable. Good stuff. Let's go to the phone. Peel this off. So £159 for a Nokia phone. Okay, let's have a look at this back then. Plastic back. It's quite a nice design, that is. So I opted for the blue colour. You can see the quad camera setup there, fingerprint sensor on the back. Let's feel how, yeah. That's quite nice. You can definitely feel where that fingerprint sensor is. That's really good. Flashlight there next to that. That feels like a nice size as well. Front facing camera. Power and volume rocker on that side. 3.5mm socket for your wired headphone fans. Now there's a SIM tray and there's another button on the side there. Not entirely sure what that button is just yet. And at the bottom, Type-C port there. Speakers and a tiny microphone. Let's turn this on. See what we got. Android One. Nice. Oh yeah, I think I know what that button is now on that side. Push. So I think you can push for Google Assistant. Classic tone. It was back in the day. Yeah, so that looks like a push for Google Assistant button on the side there. So a hole punch design. Top left for the camera, a thick chin there at the bottom, and relatively thin-ish bezels around the side and the top. Let's go and set this up. I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I'm back. This display is whacked up to full brightness, and just wanted to check out the viewing angles and stuff like that. It doesn't seem to be too bad there. But when you've got it halfway down, it's not as great. But this is an IPS LCD panel, 720p resolution as well. Let's whack that right up there. The operating system looks clean, really clean, and that's it. No bloatware at all. So that's good. That's Android One for you, I suppose. Also notice if you drag down on the fingerprint sensor, you can bring down the menu, which is good. It's good settings. Have a look through here. Battery 58% left, so like I say, 4000 mAh battery. Storage, and there's 64 gigabytes of internal storage. 14 gig of that has been used. Let's come down here to About Phone, Nokia 5.4, Android 10. It is Android 11 ready. Yep, that looks good. System, advanced Android 10. See what we got. System's up to date, apparently. I was actually looking at the RAM actually. I didn't realise how much RAM it's got. This has got 4 gigabytes of RAM in here. So 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigabytes of internal storage, Snapdragon 662. Let's have a look at the fingerprint sensor. Let's make sure the lock sounds and everything are up. Yeah. Right, fingerprint. Yeah. Okay, it's working. Yep, seems to be accurate. Could be a little bit quicker, but we do have that 662 chipset. It's a budget device. It's got budget specs, so we can't expect super fast performance. And there is NFC available, which is great for such an affordable device, $159.99. That is very good to see. So I want to take a closer look now at the cameras. Quad camera setup, and looks like we've got the ultra wide setting there and the macro setting there at your fingertips. So let me take a few shots and some videos and be back shortly. Okay, I'm back. Unlock. Okay, so I had a test on videos and the pictures. Let me quickly show the front facing video, 1080p at 60 frames per second. See what you think. Okay, so this is front-facing video, 1080p at 60 frames per second. That's the max you can record at on this. And the lens seems quite cropped in, so I'm going to have to hold it at arm's length for me to actually really fit. Now I've got long arms, I'm a tall bloke. So yeah, that's at arm's length. And I'm only just getting on my sort of head and face in there. Quality, I've definitely seen better. Colours look quite washed out as well, to be honest. I don't know what the sound quality sounds like, whether the mics are any good, so let me know in the comments below, or I'll find out when I start editing the video. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so take a look at the 1080p 60 frames per second footage. On the rear of this smartphone, there were parts where on the actual screen it looked quite jittery. Take a look for yourself. Okay, so this is rear video. Let me get a little bit close on some of the subjects. There's no stabilization on this, so I'm walking back and forth and around, but it doesn't seem too bad. I'm not overexcited about the quality. It's pulsing quite a bit there, keeps autofocusing. The colours look dull. Yeah, I expected a little bit better, to be honest. You get better performance from UMI-Digi cameras, and they're sort of about around the same price point. That reminds me, I still need to do my review on this doorbell. What do you think, guys? Wow, that really, Juddy, that looks terrible.
What does?
Oh, you're moving up and down, look at that. Whether that goes into the actual, stuttering. Okay, so the selfie camera, turn the brightness down a touch on there. Does the job for a budget device. It's a sort of a no frills sort of camera really overall for the Nokia 5.4. The selfie camera does the job. Colours are okay, slightly washed out and a little bit dull, but it does the job. Same with portrait mode. It's just a standard portrait mode setting. You can't adjust the bokeh mode at all. It's just one strength and one strength only. Does a good job with blurring the background as well. So I thought I'd try the macro lens as well. Picked up quite a lot of detail. This is the edge of a MDF plaque that my partner's been working on. You can also see a bit of kitchen roll there as well. It hasn't done a bad job. This is the proper view from the normal standard camera. And I think the best thing about this Nokia camera setup is the main rear camera. You do get some better shots than you would do on the selfie camera and video. For still images, for the rear camera, does a decent job. And again here, color accuracy is good. You can zoom in slightly there, lots of detail. Does a really nice job. And then this is the ultra wide as well. And one thing I can say about the ultra wide, the colors are slightly different, so slightly washed out than the main camera, but there doesn't seem to be any warping or distortion anywhere in the image, which is good. Portrait setting on the rear camera, again, really good job. Like that, the color accuracy is pretty much spot on. Good detail, sharp images. Again, look, really nice. And then I took it outside. took a picture of the sky. You can see the sun just sort of beaming over the back of the house there. I think the clouds look really nice in this picture. House has become a little bit dark. Dynamic range could be a little bit better there, I suppose. But not too bad. I mean, it's a £160 smartphone. Like I said, it's a no frills smartphone. So this is what you can expect on the Nokia 5.4. It's a 720 60 frames per second, obviously because it's only a 720p display. Let's pinch zoom actually now, so that's the full screen experience now. I have seen better displays, but it's not doing a bad job. Okay, so let's take a look at the audio performance. This little loudspeaker there at the bottom. See what we get. Just one loudspeaker at the bottom, little grill. In terms of volume, I've heard more powerful. Quite a few high frequencies there. You can Okay, so I think that loudspeaker is lacking a little bit of power. I prefer something a little bit louder, a little bit less muddy sounding as well, for being honest. So the Nokia 5.4, it's not blown me away, but in its defense, it's only a £159 smartphone. I think originally it's £179. It's on sale at the moment. Yeah, but it's not blown me away. It's got a nice, clean operating system though, which is good. It's light, fairly light in the hand. It's manageable. It does feel comfortable. I definitely give it that. The photos on the rear camera and portrait mode are pretty strong. It lacks in the video department though, and on the front-facing camera. I think in terms of performance and what I've been using it for the few hours I've had it so far, it seems to be quite nippy, which is good. And on the box it says up to 2 years Android upgrades as well. And Nokia are a reputable company, so in terms of customer service and support, you should be great there. But if you're looking for an affordable device with no frills and you just want to use it as a phone with the occasional sort of browse and the pictures here and there, then it could be a good choice. So any questions, guys, pop them in the comments below. There should be a review on this smartphone, depends how I get on. If you want to know any more information, then please let me know. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you very soon. Thanks for watching.